Hello Year 5 and welcome to a little bit of a different week for reading, because this week it is World Book Day and we are going to be having a World Book Week and we are going to be looking at fables. So across the whole school we're all going to be doing a different fable and discovering more about fables and where they came from, and we're going to be celebrating books and reading, so there'll be lots of things, so look out for events happening this week, and teachers will be dressing up to read stories, so keep an eye on the YouTube. And I'm now just going to share my screen so we can find out the fable that our year group is learning about. So our LO is to learn about fables, and it is World Book Week for our school, but it's also World Book Day. So my first question is, what is a fable? What is a fable? Have a think. Well done if you said that a fable is a story which tells a message or has a moral to help people to be kind or change their behaviour. So a fable is a story that gives us a moral. So think back to when we did our writing assessment and we looked at the tortoise and the hare. That is a fable because it tells a story, not to boast and run ahead, but actually slow and steady wins the race. And that was our message. Today and this week, we are going to be looking at the fable, The North Wind and the Sun. That is our year group's fable. From the title and the front cover in this picture, what are your predictions for what will happen in the story? What are your predictions? Well, we've got a sun up here and presuming this is the north wind blowing on this man. And let's find out why this is happening. And let's read. So, the north wind and the sun. The north wind and the sun had a quarrel about which of them was stronger. While they were disputing with much heat and bluster, a traveller passed along the road wrapped in a cloak. Let us agree, said the sun, that he is the stronger who can strip that traveller of his cloak. Very well, growled the north wind, and at once set a howling blast against the traveller. With the first gust of wind, the ends of the cloak whipped about the traveller's body, but he immediately wrapped it closer around him, and the harder the wind blew, the tighter he held it to him. The north wind tore angrily at the cloak, but all his efforts were in vain. The sun began to shine. At first his beams were gentle, and in the pleasant warmth after the bitter cold of the north wind, the traveller unfastened his cloak and let it hang loosely from his shoulders. The sun's rays grew warmer and warmer. The man took off his cap and mopped his brow. At last he became so heated that he pulled off his cloak and, to escape the blazing sunshine, threw himself down in the welcome shade of a tree by the roadside. Okay, so our story is all about the north wind and the sun having an argument over who is stronger. And they decide that when they see a traveller, that they will try and get him to get rid of his cloak. So that's the challenge. The wind blows really hard, but the traveller curls up and holds his cloak to him so he keeps nice and warm. And the sun is a little bit more kind and just shines his sunbeams, and then he removes his cloak. And the moral of the story is not to force something to happen, not to boast and force something to happen. It will happen if you are kind and if you are gentle with something, not to be angry and forceful. So we are going to look up some new vocabulary. Actually, we are going to be looking at the quiz on teams. So all of these words, quarrel, disputing, bluster, strip, growled, blast, gust of wind, whipped, immediately, tore angrily, were in vain, pleasant, bitter cold, unfastened and mopped. I have created some questions in the team's quiz for you to answer about some of those words. So seeing if we can expose ourselves to the lovely vocabulary and work out what is happening in more detail in the story. So now please may you go over to the vocabulary assignment quiz and have a go at answering those. If you are unable to access Teams, you can just look up these words and pause the video that are highlighted and find out their meanings. Have a lovely rest of your day and happy World Book Day, and I'll see you back tomorrow for more fables and fun. Bye.